Hey guys, and welcome to River Raven Collects. Today we are looking at quite a unique figure. This is Manga Freak. So this is from 1998, just like the rest in this line. We've actually unboxed 3 so far. We've unboxed Cybertooth, Manga Samurai Spawn, as well as Manga Overt Kill last time. So yeah, definitely a interesting figure. He's got like a spider kind of look to him. He's got like the 8 appendages, and then he's just like, yeah, just full of detail, full of things. But you know, we've had problems with this series. One of the biggest flaws of this series is that they used hot glue to secure these joints, which is absolutely terrible. But we'll see if he has the same flaws or not. So let's open him up and check him out. Alright guys, so we got Manga Freak here, obviously, part of the Manga Spawn series. So yeah, really interesting green background. We've got the old blue triangle McFarlane Toys. Man, I'm glad that's gone. MFK, I don't know what that's about. And then we've got the figure himself. Now, last time on Overt Kill, remember the packaging was very bad? Same here. So he's glued like on sideways. I'll try and show you, but the camera's not picking it up that well. You can see that it's on an angle. We got a massive gap here, and then it gets thin as we go to the top, and then we got a massive gap there getting thin towards the bottom. So I don't know what happened with these figures, but obviously quality control was not there. So we've got 22 points of articulation and 10 moving blades, so that is a lot of articulation and a lot of blades. So up here we've got Manga Samurai Spawn, Manga Cyber Violator, Cybertooth, Overt Kill, Manga Freak obviously, and Manga Dead Spawn. So we've unboxed quite a few of these, so you know, check out the rest of the channel if you want to check them out. And we've got Kiss, and then we've got the monsters as well. And then down here we've got a nice image of Manga Freak, and right here it says 21 points of articulation, which is kind of funny. But here's a little info card if you want to check that out. Pause, have a read if you want. I'm not going to be reading it out, but yeah, very, very cool. So anyway, let's get him out of his box. Alright, so here he is. So yeah, very interesting looking figure. He's obviously got like a lot of battle damage, which is kind of not necessarily something new, but we haven't seen it in this series so far. So yeah, that is quite interesting. You can see like all the bullet holes and chipping and stuff in the paints and arms. I thought this was a club, but yeah, this is a really weird thing. So have a look at that. That is so weird. Not sure what that's about, but it seems to have a little peg here, so we will check that out as well. So let's check out the articulation. Obviously all these arms are reasonably the same, they all kind of move the same way and all of that, and then they've got their own sort of weapon on the end of them. So we've kind of got blades and claws and hand-like things, and yeah, drill bits. So pretty cool. We got a whip as well. And then the legs obviously have articulation, nothing in the knees or ankles to make him quite sturdy, which is a nice change, honestly. And then this peg apparently goes in here, so that was a really weird thing, and also you can see that it is just way too big. I tried to get it in there the best I can. I really applied a lot of pressure and it wouldn't go in. And it turns out these are cords that are supposed to go into the back of the arms, so that is probably the weirdest thing I've seen, because yeah, obviously these are not going to attach very well, they're not going to stay attached, that's for sure. And there you go, so they come off very easily, but that is got to be the weirdest thing that I've seen McFarlane do thus far. That is just so bizarre. So I thought we'd take a better look at the articulation. So the whip, obviously you can bend it, you know, mostly how you want, and we've got like a claw on the end of it. So all of these feel like pretty flimsy, and I think over time they will break. So yeah, this thing here is actually quite sharp, the hacksaw or whatever. That's actually quite sharp, quite pointing, and then we've got like claws and yeah, just an absolute ton of stuff. And you know, I like the idea of this creature just being so bizarre, having all these arms and stuff. I'm sure as a kid, if you saw this on the shelf, you'd probably want it. But again, the quality for these, particularly this line, just isn't the best. So I don't know, it's hard to really recommend these. But you can see we got these weird legs as well with these like rods sticking out of them. I don't know, it's all a bit bizarre, a bit over the top, but yeah, I don't know, I still really like this figure. We got some more battle damage there that you can see, and that's cool, but yeah, just a really bizarre figure. I'm not 100% sure like what I want to make of this, because it is so unique and different and weird. But anyway guys, I'll leave you with the showcase and be back with my final thoughts. Alright guys, that has been our look at Manga Freak, and really all I can say about this figure is this is the most absolutely insane, crazy thing that we have unboxed from McFarlane so far. This, yeah, this is just all over the place. Obviously got like a ton of weapons, and I'm glad they're all different. It would have been very easy to just make them all the same, but I'm going to break this down so that I don't ramble too much. But looking at it from, you know, a color and paint aspect, I think it looks alright. It's nowhere near as good as Overkill. I think he was probably the best in the line, as well as Manga Samurai Spawn. Those two had a really good paint job. It's not really as good here, probably because they're working on such a smaller scale. It's got the 22 points or 21 points of articulation. Not sure which one it was, but these feel really loose. They don't feel good at all. I would not recommend playing with this whatsoever if you're a collector, because yeah, I think this thing will definitely break. So yeah, I just wouldn't recommend playing with it or touching it at all. And if you had this as a kid, let me know what it was like, because I think this thing would have fallen apart very, very quickly. And then we got this weird backpack thing. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know what they were trying to do with these cords going into every arm. That is just crazy. I got no idea why they thought that would be a cool idea, but yeah, honestly, I wish that it fit in there properly, because it is so annoying that it doesn't. And just got rid of the cords. Like, we don't need those. They are doing nothing. They're going to fall out immediately. Even if you just bump it, I think they're going to fall out. They are not held in there at all. I will say the only upside to this figure is there is no hot glue that I can see anywhere. So, I mean, that is probably the one thing this figure has going for it. That's not to say that I don't like this figure. I think that from what we've seen from the whole line, he's just done really unique figures throughout, and I think maybe they pushed it a bit too far with the uniqueness on this one. It just seems a bit all over the place and not really like in that Spawn universe. Like, you can kind of see with the other ones that they kind of are, but probably this one and Cybertooth are the most bizarre ones. But yeah, overall, you know, happy to have him in my collection, of course. But yeah, just a really weird figure. But that is my thoughts on Manga Freak. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Leave me a like, share this with someone, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It's my goal to try and get to 1,000 by the end of the year, so please help me with that. Hope you've enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys on the next one.